the final show of the year, and it can only mean just one thing. We are counting down the top 30 biggest tracks of the Digital Groove playlist. So grab your snacks, grab a drink, turn up your radio. This is the Digital Groove Top 30 of 2019. Number 30.
Can you believe it's that time of year again? We're here on your radio, this time for 3 hours exclusively here on RTE Pulse for our final show of 2019 and what very possibly could be our final ever top 30 of the year on RTE Pulse. More about that later. We are counting them down for you from number 30, the cream of the crop of the Digital Groove playlist, all the way to number 1 just before midnight tonight. Every single tune on this list is a killer. If you want to have a look at our top 100, they are there on our Facebook pages, on RTE Pulse's page, on my own Facebook page, on the Digital Groove page, and you can see them all in alphabetical order. And this is the 30 tunes from that top 100 in numerical order that are the biggest tunes off our playlist. This is number 30, kicking things off on our 3-hour end of year special, Slam Dunk featuring Chromeo and Al P. Tune is called No Price. Did huge things to me this year. Still playing it. Only played it the other night in Opium. This is Dr. Packer on the extended remix on Glitterbox Recordings. Number 30 in our top 30 countdown. We will, of course, be giving you all your shout-outs, festive shout-outs, Happy New Year shout-outs, all that kind of thing, and all your big thanks for listening in throughout the year. And we'll, of course, be posting all the names of these on our Facebook Live as we do it.
Number 30. That's like you love the lights on love. It ain't right. You can't put no price on love. So put it on the you can't put no price on love. That's like you love the lights on love. It ain't right. You can't put no price on love. So put it on the Number 30. You can't put the price on love. That's like you love the lights on love. It ain't right. You can't put the price on love. So put it on the you can't put the price on love. That's like you love the lights on love. It ain't right. You can't put the price on love. So put it on the
no price on love. That's like turning off the lights on love. It ain't right. You can't put no price on love. So put it on ice, 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 ice.
Number 30. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The digital groove.
All killer, no filler, straight in at number 30. And I apologise because you're going to be singing that all day and all night tomorrow, I promise. Yes, I do love it. I sing it myself, as you've just heard. Slam Dunked, featuring Chromeo and Al P. Tune is called No Price, and that is the Dr. Packer extended remix. Came out on Glitterbox this year. Number 30 in our top 30 tunes. Kicking things off. That's what we're starting at. We're starting at that level, and we're only going up and up and up and immenseness, okay? Now, just to forewarn you, we are playing, obviously, this on Glitterbox. Sometimes we get a rap on the knuckles from Facebook. If you're watching on the Facebook Live, about playing some tunes, copyright issues, yada, 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 crazy stuff. But anyway, if that happens, we'll just have to come back on. Is that okay? If you're listening on the radio, absolutely ignore that message. It means nothing. Enjoy the show as you were. But it may well happen. Do you know what? We fully got away with it last year, which I was amazed by. I couldn't believe last year that we weren't interrupted once over 3 hours. Because on our normal 2-hour radio show on a Monday night, we sometimes get about, 1 or 2 interruptions. But anyway, look, we'll keep going as long as we can. All good so far. We're starting off with Glitterbox. But if we get the warning, I'll let you know. And look, all we do is just turn off and back on, and you lose seconds of the show, all right? Anyway, the radio link is here in the Facebook Live. If you're watching and you'd rather just listen on the radio, right, on to number 29. Absolutely love these guys and love what they do with their piano. And we all love a bit of piano on the digital groove. This is number 29 from our friends After Faith. This is called You're Gonna Miss My Love. And this is the original mix on blacksoul, Tom Peasant's label. Lovely stuff. Number 29 at only 8 minutes past 9 p.m. Don't forget, we're on till midnight tonight, folks. Midnight. And we are counting down the top 30 tunes from our top 100 list, which is up there on the Facebook. I might just post it in the thread, but it's quite long, so you might not want to scroll through that in the thread. But if you want to have a look, it's on all the Facebook portals there for you. And this is where we are cultivating these top 30 from, okay? As I said, it's our final show 2019. It could well be our final ever Digital Groove Top 30 of the year, and we'll get to that later on. In the meantime, number 29, After Faith, You're Gonna Miss My Love. Black Soul Recordings.
29.
excuse myself on the dancing. You're probably doing the same at home, although I have a lot of turkey and puddings to burn off. Mainly chocolate puddings I might have. Number 29, second one in out of our top 30 tonight for the 2019 playlist. It's After Faith, You're Gonna Miss My Love. And that's the original mix for you, Black Soul recordings. Right, loads of hellos to do. Let's try and get some of them in for you. We are, of course, saying hello to you tonight. If you're listening out there in Radioland, or indeed you're watching on the Facebook Live, please let us know and we will certainly give you a festive mention. Speaking of festive mentions, if you saw our Christmas show last week, I couldn't find, for love nor money, a drop of Sidona anywhere. I have put that to rights. Maybe you can, but I picked up a can of Sidona, which is a very traditional Irish Christmas drink, particularly. It goes wonderful with sprouts, I'm told. Anyway, I'm saving that for the top 10, okay? I need some more caffeine in the meantime. Let's do that. Okay, Keith Costello has tuned our way. Says, good evening, bro. Happy New Year. Good evening and Happy New Year to you, Keith. Thanks for listening throughout 2019 to us, my friend. And a big love to you. Hope you had a lovely Christmas there in Kilkenny. So good. So good.
28.
He's our producer of the decade from our show, and I suppose if we want to count the decade of 2010 to 2019, he's still our producer of the decade, and he is in here at number 28. This is Ross Couch. Dublin gets a mention in this, and Ross told me it was specifically to do with our show. So this is called Locked In, Locked On, the original mix, Body Rhythm Recordings. Vladimir Karol in the house. Hello to you in, of course, Slovakia. I hope your Christmas was lovely. Of course, baby's first Christmas and all that kind of thing.
Amsterdam, you're locked in, you're locked on.
Love to you in Bratislava, Charlie, Simi, Laya, and of course the one and only DJ Charlie Brown.
You're locked in, you're locked on.
Dave Murphy, how are you, pal? How are you, pal? You good? It's good to have you along. Also Baroni in the house.
Prague, you're locked in,
In Rothris in Switzerland.
Berlin,
I got a few more hellos done after this, okay? This is number 28. Ross Couch, Locked In, Locked On. Watch out for Dublin in here.
New York,
28.
Rome, you're locked in, you're locked on. Moscow, you're locked in, you're locked on. LA, you're locked in, you're locked on. Tokyo, Detroit, you're locked in, you're locked on. Reno, you're locked in, you're locked on. Sisters and brothers,
28.
Bangkok, Beirut, Belgrade, Budapest, Buenos Aires, Cairo, Cape Town, Chicago, Copenhagen, Croatia, Cuba, Czech Republic, Dublin, Ecuador, Goa, Greece, Havana, Helsinki, Hungary, Italy, Jamaica, Japan, Kingston, Las Vegas, Madrid, Miami, Montreal,
you're locked in, you're locked on.
New Orleans,
You're locked in, you're locked on.
Reykjavik,
You're locked in, you're locked on.
me, number 28. You are locked on to the top 30 tunes of 2019, and that is number 28. It's called Locked In, Locked On. Ross Couch, the original mix for you. Body Rhythm Recordings out of his hometown, Glasgow. It simply wouldn't be the top 30 without Ross Couch, I have to tell you. Do you know what? It wouldn't be the Digital Groove without Ross Couch, that's straight up. That's why he was our producer of the decade last year. Right, we were saying hello to a few of you. Baroni, we said hello to. We got Marek Vital. I hope I got that right, Marek. Tuned our way. Good to have you along. Enjoying the show by the looks of things, which is lovely. Richie Bradley here in Northern Ireland. Hope you had a lovely Christmas, mate. And again, thanks for all the support throughout the year.
27.
We got Grace O'Grady in the house, my old school friend Fiona, and childhood neighbourhood friend Fiona Fryer, she now goes by. Fiona Kilpatrick, I knew her by the original. We got Emmett Dunley with us tonight. Hello to you, Bobby Light in the house. Linda Wilkinson joining us tonight too. Glenn Horsburgh in the house. How lovely to have you along, my friend. Hope you're well. Looks like we got the legend, Mr. Terry Hunter, all the way in Chicago. Very happy New Year to you, my friend, and I hope you had a lovely Christmas. This is number 27. Every time I drop this in the club in particular, people went absolutely berserk. And you can hear why. It just chugs along lovely. In fact, I remember dropping this in Bellevue around March this year in Zurich, and on that void sound system, it just floored every single person in that room. This is Saison featuring Leon Lincoln. Tune is called The Last Time. This is Qubiko in the extended mix.
These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1.
Believe me, if you have yet to hear this on a big system in a club, you've yet to live, you've yet to party hard. It absolutely sounds incredible on a big sound system. It sounds incredible probably on your speakers right now. It's number 27 of the Digital Groove Top 30 Tunes of 2019 from our playlist of over 1,200 records this year. Isn't that incredible? Over 51 weeks we played over 1,200 records. All brand spanking new, might I add. And this is the top 100 broken down into the top 30 for this year. Every single one of these tunes is immense, from 30 right through to number 1 tonight. A little caveat, I meant to kind of mention this on our Facebook Live a little earlier when I did the sort of prequel, if you like, to this. But of course, a lot of our listeners and friends are contributors to the show musically, and they send a lot of tunes for us to play, and we're really grateful for that. But I have to quantify it. If we've played a tune by you during the year, we love the tune. We love the tune and we love you. Do not be, put out if you're not in the top 100 or the top 30. There's a very thin line between a lot of these tunes, even in the top 100 and outside the top 100. We love everything. We love you all. These are just the top 100 and now top 30 that just had that, oh yeah, why is this killer kind of vibe for us, okay? So please, we love you all. Nobody is to be in any way, I wasn't in the top. Somebody commented there, I don't know who it was, Ralph Session, I wasn't in the top 100. Believe me, it's not a front to anyone, okay? We love you all. So please, if you're not in the top 100 or the top 30, do not be dismayed. We love you. We love you immensely, all right? We're grateful for all the music you make and send us. But this is the creme de la creme of the Digital Groove playlist for this year, okay? Right, on to number 26. I had the pleasure of sitting down for breakfast with this man a couple of months ago and having a chat with him. You heard it on the ADE Special Part 1. And here he is at number 26. Thank God he got that laptop back. Go listen to that show if you don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is Michael Gray at number 26. It's called 24/7 People. I play this tune so much throughout this year. We playing you the club vocal here on this. There was nice remixes came out from Yahoo and the like. This was the mix from me. This is the mix I play right up to this very moment when I play it, and it's on Midnight Riot. Wait for the lovely breakdown in this. Number 26. I'll get your shout outs done. A few more coming in there to say hello to. I will do that in a second. Please stay with us on that. In the meantime, Michael Gray, 24/7 People is the name of this. Midnight Riot, the club vocal. 26.
26.
Looks like we have the man himself with us, Mr. Michael Gray. Very happy New Year to you. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. Thank you so much for all the music you made and indeed sent us to play in the show throughout 2019. And here you are, number 26 with 24/7 people. Smile on my face. It'll be here all night, I guarantee you. But there you go. It made so many people happy this year when I played this tune. You would see their faces light up when that big breakdown came in with all those lush keys. And then this lovely bass line comes back into it. Mr. Michael Gray with us tonight, both in sound and in person. He's with us here on the feed. So thank you so much, Michael. There you are at number 26. That's 24/7 people. The Club Vocal Mix on Midnight Riot Recordings. Lovely. Right. Get hellos done in a second. How about that?
25.
Just after 9:30, we're here until midnight tonight. A special extended radio show for you. Our final show of 2019. Here on the Digital Groove, we're counting you down the top 30 tunes off our playlist of over 1,200 records throughout the year. Here's number 25. This is Newman, aka Paul Newman, featuring Susu, aka Susu Bobian. And this is called Catch Me On The Rebound. And also, I apologise because you're going to be singing this half of the week after you hear the vocal on this. My poor wife got both barrels of this over the last few days because I was, of course, going through all these tunes. You gotta catch me. She was like, what are you singing? This is what I was singing, love. This is Michele Chiavarini, our dear friend on the mix on this. Kenmal Road Studios, the label.
You have to catch me. You have to catch me on the rebound, baby. You have to catch me on the rebound. I don't like what's going down. I told you stop that running round, 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 round.
25.
single-handedly guarantee you'll be singing "You Gotta Catch Me on the Rebound" all week. I guarantee you. I do not apologise. You deserve it. Oh, we got DJ Highway with us saying, "Bro, this is so great." Yes, it is. It's number 25. It's Michele Chiavarini on the remix for Newman featuring Susu Bobby and "Catch Me on the Rebound." Richie Burke with us. Hello to you, Richie. Lovely to have you along. We got Ratislav Trajet as well. Trajtel, sorry, I hope possibly mangled that. Ratislav, I do apologise. Lovely to have you with us. Sinead Brady joining us tonight. My man Eunice, all the way in Belgium. How are you, my friend? Hope you're well. Lovely to have you along. Bianca Rutten in the Netherlands. A very good evening to you and a very happy new year to you. Thanks for all your listening in during the year. Sinead Brady with us tonight too. Do we say hello to you? No, I don't think so. So hello to you. We got Sebastian, of course, from And Me and Bastian. Hello to you, Sebb. Hope you're well. Lovely to have you along. The lovely Rachel Murray with us tonight too. How are you? Lovely to have you with us. Also, Grania Flood. Hello to you. Good evening and happy new year. Hope you're well and thanks for joining us tonight on the radio. Hope you are well and you had a lovely Christmas. Mac Arvin in Sweden. He's down south. It's a grey and wet Sweden. That's terrible. I thought you'd at least have a white Christmas. Marek says greetings from Poland. So Marek, greetings to you in Poland. I hope you had a lovely Christmas. I think you guys celebrated on what we would call Christmas Eve. So yes, about a week ago. So hopefully you had a lovely time. And yes, thank you very much for getting in touch. Right. Number 24. I hope Mike Gray hasn't gone too far.
24.
This is another tune that lit up the faces of people when these keys dropped. When these keys dropped, people went, ooh, I like the sound of this. And they'd be right. I'm loving the sound of this. It's number 24. This is Harpoon featuring Midnight is the name of the tune. Sorry, featuring Full Intention on the extended remix on this. The label here was Tinted. And this is lovely. It breaks down great too. Number 24 in our top 30.
These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The digital groove.
You've been doing me cold. I'm just warming up. Feel the tide in my bones. All the rising up. Try and mess with my soul. You've gone far enough. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight. You've been doing me cold. I'm just warming up. Feel the tide in my bones. All the rising up. Try and mess with my soul. You've gone far enough. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight. You've been doing me cold. I'm just warming up. Feel the tide in my bones. All the rising up. Try and mess with my soul. You've gone far enough. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight.
24.
You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight.
24.
You've gone far enough. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight. You stole the daylight. We're done by midnight. We're done by midnight. We're done by midnight. You stole the daylight. Midnight.
I tell you, based on the reaction alone I got when I played that out in the clubs, not a massively old tune, about 3 months ago. Definitely worthy of the top 30, and it is at the number 24 spot. It's Harpoon. That tune is called Midnight. It's Full Intention there on the extended remix. Tinted was the label. Just those keys. They just do something wonderful to you. Now, 20 minutes away from 10 o'clock. We are here for 3 hours tonight. We ain't going anywhere till tomorrow. We're all the way till midnight. Working our way, meandering our way through the best tunes of 2019, our top 30 off the playlist of over 1,200 records. And we will also, don't forget, recap these tunes just before 11 o'clock tonight. We're going to go through 30 to number 9 before we start number 10. Yes, I confuse myself sometimes. We'll be recapping, I suppose, the top 20 tunes before we head into our top 10 to midnight. Right, on to number 23. This is our good friend Mr. Martin Ikin. What a feel-good tune. This is Hayley May on the vocals. Tune is called How I Feel. Toolroom recordings.
23.
This is not a game, it's how I feel, 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 how I feel.
23.
This is not a game, it's how I feel.
23.
You know what, Martin Ikin saw you vulnerable and he hit you a root up the fields. That's what he did with that tune. And it gets everybody every single time. Play that out in a club, watch what it does. It is Martin Ikin featuring Hayley May. Tune is called How I Feel. And that is number 23 out of our top 30 toolroom recording. Well, with Toolroom, I thought the glitterbox or defected would have done it. I was massively impressed we got away with it so far. It really was. But anyway, Toolroom have done it. If you're watching on the Facebook Live, we're going to come back and we'll go as far as we can. We'll probably get to the top 20 to 30 done, and we'll come back for the number 20 to 19, or 19, sorry, to 11, yes. Confuse myself with all these numbers. Not used to all these numbers, only this time of the year. Right, on to number 22. We got Mr. Paul Newman with us tonight, of course, him at number 25 with Susu called Catch Me on the Rebound, a couple of tunes back. So lovely to have you along, mate. Happy New Year. Thanks for all the great music during 2019. Please keep it coming in 2020. And good to have you along. Joe Corey with us tonight as well. Joe, how are you? Lovely to have you with us. Hope you had a lovely Christmas as well. And all the best for 2020. Nice to have you with us throughout the year too. So thank you for joining us tonight in this special show, the top 30 of 2019. This number 22 from Low Steppa and Lady Alma. Some aggressive piano about to grab you by the what's known as now. This is called Make You Move, and this is the original mix, Simma Black, from middle of this year.
22. 22. 22.
Big energy on that. It's at number 22 in our top 30 of 2019. If you have just joined us tonight, we're on a special extended extra hour of the show tonight, all the way until midnight. 3 hours of the best of the digital groove for you. Taken from over 1,200 records we played on the show this year. This is the top 30 of those 1,200 records. Counted down in chronological order from 30 to number 1. We're at 22 right now. That's Low Steppa and Lady Alma. Huge action on that. It's called Make You Move, and it's the original mix on Simma Black, and believe me, it made everybody move every time I played that tune out and about. And that is huge this year. Taking us closer to kind of into the top 20. We've one more to get to before we hit the top 20. We're going to have to come back in the video after this one. Is that okay? And we shall take you then. It looks like we're going to have to do it in segments. I hope we got away with it last year, which is miraculous, really, when you think about it. But anyway, we are live for you, by the way, this Monday night, 30th of December, our final show 2019. And we'd love to give you a mention tonight if you're both listening on the radio or you're watching us on the Facebook Live. Please let us know if you're out there, and you can do that on Twitter as well, at Digital Groove. You can also follow the track names on Twitter as we're counting these down, at Digital Groove, as I said, on Twitter, or on the feed on Facebook. If you're watching, we'll put these track names in the comments as we play them for you. The top 100 are available on our social media portals. It's too big to post here, really, in the thread, so go have a look at your leisure. And of course, the top 30 that you're hearing now are taken from that top 100 tunes of 2019. Right, on to number 21. Sort of an earworm alert on this too. I sang this a lot this year. There's not many lyrics to it, but the groove will absolutely infect you with its grooviness.
21.
Number 21, taking us almost out of the 20s into the top 20, if you know what I mean, into the teens. After this is Jared Gallo at number 21. That's What We're Doing, the name of this. This was actually on Salted Music, and it's awesome vibe on this. Love this tune from this year. This is one of the tunes immediately I heard it, I went, that's in the top 30 at the end of the year. Jared Gallo at number 21. That's What We're Doing.
21. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove.
Here we go, number 20. What a year this man has had. Like all the rest of the years he's had, absolutely huge. I was so glad I got to meet this man at ADE back in October. This, at number 20, is Sebb Jr. Tune is called Feel You Coming. Jogador with us tonight, huge Sebb Jr. fan I know, and big love to you, mate. I hope you had a lovely Christmas and all the best for 2020. Thank you for all your help, by the way. Does a lot of our graphics behind the scenes and all that kind of thing. So massive love to Jogador tonight, and hopefully catch you soon. Number 20, this is Sebb Jr. taking us into our top 20. It's called Feel You Coming. La Vie d'Artiste is the label.
Number 20.
Smack bang on 10 o'clock right now. We normally would have an hour left. We have 2 hours left of the show tonight because we're on till midnight. This is the final show of 2019 from the Digital Groove. Almost possibly or very likely to be the last ever top 30 tunes of the year from the Digital Groove. Simply, we don't know how much longer we're going to keep going. We knew we'd kind of get to this point, and we're kind of in the dark. Watch out for In the Dark making an appearance later on, but I shouldn't tell you. We're almost in the dark as to what's going to happen, but look, who knows? Anyway, I would not be massively optimistic that this time next year we'll be doing the Digital Groove, but let's see. Maybe we're wrong. Hopefully we're wrong, but I don't know. Goodness, is we're here right now counting you down the top 30 tunes from 2019's playlist. If you have just joined us tonight, you are still in for 2 hours of 20 to number 1. This is number 20, Sebb Jr. Tune called Feel You Coming. The original mix, La Vie d'Artiste, the label for ya. If you were Facebook living us for hour 1 of the show, that was 30 right down to number 21. We had to go and come back, the usual kind of Facebook algorithm of you shouldn't have played that on your radio show on the national broadcaster at the same time as you were Facebook living it. Anyway, we're back now if you want to go back on to where you were. on to number 19. Now, if you'd have told me this time last year that I'd be playing a tune in our top 30 for the end of 2019 that technically used a bit of Madonna and really theoretically used a bit of ABBA, and if you were to tell me that I played that said tune, that mythical tune, that I would be going, no way, absolutely no way. If you were to tell me that I would have played that tune throughout the year to massive reaction every time I dropped it, I wouldn't have believed you. I didn't reckon with Neil Schrader, however. This is Ikin Soul from the Austin Groove Culture record label, that being Mickey Moore and Andy T's label. This is called Time Goes By, and it's number 19 on our top 30 of 2019. This, the original mix for you. Turn it up, please.
19. 19. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist, counted down from 30 to 1. The digital.
How lovely to have Neil Schrader with us. He's saying, yes, thanks for the continuing support in 2019. Lots of great stuff coming up in 2020. And you have to believe the man, he was the last guest on our AD Special Part 2 from Amsterdam this year. And what an honour and what a pleasure it was to meet Niels finally and have a sit-down chat with him, because we've only ever passed each other and said hello, and we actually sat down on the mic and it was a great chat. Some lovely stuff in it. Go have a listen to it when you get a chance. Well, this, huge for us this year from Ikin Soul. And this was a tune that I dropped. I kind of surprised people with it, because, you know, you had these people who were, you know, they weren't as keen maybe as we are about house music, but they went, ooh, I can't recognise that vocal. Oh, yeah, this is great, you know, so yeah. And they weren't wrong. A huge tune. Ikin Soul, Time Goes By on Groove Culture Recordings from the middle of this year, the original mix, and a huge year for Ikin Soul, and indeed I played a lot of Ikin Soul throughout 2019 and will continue to do so in 2020. This number 19 for you. We got to give a mention to Watsy. He's possibly hiding in his ensuite bathroom as his relatives over, can't be with us live tonight. So Watsy, please get on this later, you'll love it. Marissa in the house as well. How are you, my dear? Hope you're well. Hopefully see you soon. That'll be great. And Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. Lola Desmond with us tonight as well. How are you? My man Phil Evans as well. Hope you're well and not working too hard. Presmec B with us tonight as well. How are you, my friend? Good to have you along. We got Jared Gallo in the house, it looks like, and him, of course, the tune 2 tunes ago, number 21 in our top 30, with the awesome That's What You're Doing. Or what we're doing, sorry. I probably sang That's What You're Doing the whole time. On Salted Music, beautiful stuff. Lovely to have you along. Keep them tunes coming in the new year, Mr. Gallo. Hope you're well and happy Christmas to you there in the US of A. Graham White with us tonight as well. Graham, how are you? Working hard no doubt over the Christmas as well. Hopefully see you soon when I'm back in Opium. Don't know when, probably next month I would think. Okay, let's move on to number 18 right now. And kind of a link in with the last tune somehow. I'll explain it in a second. If you have just joined us, by the way, we're going to do a recap on number 30 right down to number 11 just before 11 o'clock tonight, okay?
18.
I absolutely fell in love with this tune this year when I heard it, and I know me and Michael Gray were mad about it. It's just a great tune. It was the second track off a 3-track EP on Glitterbox from these guys. So, you know, in theory it was a B-side. Does that even happen anymore? I don't know. But anyway, it wasn't the main title track off the EP, but it is called The Beat Goes On from our dear friends Mickey Moore and Andy T. We played a track off their label last, and this is from the men themselves. The Beat Goes On, the extended mix on Glitterbox. Number 18 in our top 30 tunes of 2019. Count them down till midnight tonight. We're going to be calling up our number one. Our number one act is going to get a telephone call tonight. Let's surprise him.
18.
The beat goes on.
That tune brought me so much joy and many other people when I dropped it throughout this year. It's called The Beat Goes On. It's number 18 in our top 30 of 2019. Mickey Moore and Andy T. The Beat Goes On. The extended mix to you, 3-track EP on Glitterbox. And, oh yeah, what a feel-good tune. Okay, we're going to go to number 17. We got so many records sent to us by this man over the course of 2019. Mr. Andy Reid's Phoenix Music. And this one just took my breath away, amongst many of them, believe me, but this in particular, from our friend Rug Van Buren, Terry Oliver on the vocals. This is a redo. Oh, I think it was the Chimes back in the day, wasn't it? This is called Heaven. It's number 17. Watch that piano. The original mix for you on Phoenix Music. Almost a halfway point in our countdown tonight.
17.
Bam, 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 bam. You were warned. You were warned. Number 17 in our top 30 of 2019. Rug, Heaven.
When you touch me, baby, I'm in heaven. When you touch me, baby, when you touch me, baby, I'm in heaven.
17.
When you touch me,
The digital.
Yep, just got everything, hasn't it? It is number 17, as you just heard, Rug. And it's featuring Terry Oliver. Tune is called Heaven, one of the many massively big tunes we got from Phoenix Music. Have a look at our top 100 if you don't believe me. And that is number 17, the original mix for you.
Just call me. No, I'm serious. Doesn't matter the time, the day. I'll be there.
Here's Sweet 16, Lee Wilson.
16.
Just call my line.
Now, I love this tune, and this is another one you're gonna be singing all week, okay? And I'm gonna give you a story near the end of this of how this man saved my life with this tune back in September. It is number 16, Lee Wilson and Calvin Sylvester. Tune is called Call My Line. We performed it live on this very radio show in this very studio right the other side of this camera, and this on Brobot Records from about 3 months ago.
I am yours. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is.
16.
Anytime, baby, I'll be there. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. Call me, I'll be there. Call me. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Call me when you get lonely. Don't matter the hour, don't matter the day. Just call me and I'll answer. 'Cause that's what a friend is for. And baby, I am yours. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. Anytime, baby, I'll be there. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. Right here for you. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. Yes, I will. Said yes, I will. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. No matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. Yeah.
One of the many, many sing-alongable. I do apologise. Well, I don't apologise. It serves you right. And I do hope you are singing this relentlessly for the next week. It's called Call My Line. It's Lee Wilson and Calvin Sylvester.
All my life, anytime, baby, I'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there.
It's number 16 in our top 30 tunes of 2019. That's the original mix. Came out on Brobot Recordings.
16.
And I told you I'd tell you how this tune saved my life. So you may remember, you may not. I'll tell you if you don't remember. So Lee Wilson was here in this very studio. He was over just at the start of September there. Here in Dublin. And I was playing in Opium and he came in and he was going to do a few live vocals, which is great. And any of you who DJ in a sort of more... in a non-commercial way, let's put it kind of kindly, will understand the horror when you walk into a venue that you're used to playing kind of your underground sounds in and you see several hen parties there and you know that they're not massively friendly and open to house music, okay? Anyway, you could see how this was about to descend into the abyss. Enter Mr. Lee Wilson. And he sang. And the ladies loved him. Because we all love him, but the ladies loved him particularly. And he had every single person, including the bridal parties, in the DJ box. I have the video, it's up on my Facebook, I'll show you another time. Singing this tune, no matter what time it is, no matter what time it is. And they were all singing along, and it saved me because they would have taken me outside and beaten me to death had he not been there. So this tune saved my life. Lee Wilson, Calvin Sylvester, it's called Call My Line. It's number 16 on Brobot Recordings.
Just call my line. Hey.
And you know, if I really hadn't been acting together, I probably should have played you the live version he did here of this. I'll put it up another time and you can have a look for it. It is there if you go and have a look, if you have a bit of free time over the next few days on the New Year holiday. Okay, bringing us to the actual halfway points of our top 30 countdown. We are here until midnight. Lovely to have Aaron Sullivan along for, he said, the other half of the show. Well, you know what, as the tunes go along, they get better and better, incrementally, so in one way you came at the right time. Well, this is number 15, it's Crack As At, and this is Fly Away, the old Sunburst Band tune from Zed Recordings back in the day, redone by Loving this one. There he is. Look at him. Giving you the good news on the weather front in St. Gallen there. Okay. This is number 15. As we said, Crack is at Fly Away. A lovely 3-track EP of his own reworks of Zed recordings earlier this year. And that awesome, some great tracks on that EP. That number 15, as we said, Fly Away on Zed recordings. Right, another sing-alongy. Here we go.
14.
This is immense. Raquel Rodriguez. I have a story about this as well. I'll save it for later after we hear it. This is Nights Over. Redux Inc. on the club mix. Once again, Midnight Riot. Second tune in the top 30 for that label. Well done. Number 14. Right, the Saison is getting a nerving as well, right? I was on the hunt. If you were watching last week on the Christmas show, I was looking for Saison everywhere and I couldn't find it. Well, I came across some tonight, so it's never too late. Still technically the Christmas season. Oh, that's Christmas in a can, don't you know, right? This number 14. Through the halfway mark, we're here until midnight tonight, counting down the top 30 tunes from 2019's playlist of over 1,200 records. Brand new records, that is, that we played on the show over 51 weeks. very, very likely and very probably our very last time we'll do the top 30 of the year, so we're making it count this year, hopefully. And this, number 14, Raquel Rodriguez, The Night's Over tune. It's Redux Inc. on the Club Mix Midnight Riot. I'll give you the little story behind this. It kind of ties in with the hen party sort of horror, right? You know, and when you DJ out and about, and sometimes they're not the most underground of venues, but you get away with playing your cool stuff, you know. And on the odd occasion, some punter will approach you with the look in their eye and you go, oh no, they're going to ask me for Bon Jovi, right? And they normally do, or Red Hot Chili Peppers or something, which I've no problem with, but it's, in context it's ridiculous, right? Anyway, a person approached me while I'm playing this tune. I thought, oh God. And I thought, wow, they're going to complain. They didn't have a complaining look, but they had a look of intent. They wanted to catch my attention. They gave me the kind of, Anyway. So this lovely young lady comes up to me and she says, I'm waiting for it. I'm bracing myself. And she goes, can you tell me, she says, what mix of this tune this is? I know the original and this is amazing. I nearly jumped across the decks and hugged her to death. I just thought, wow, thank you so much. I was waiting for the worst possible. Will you play Desposito or something? And there she goes. She knew this tune. The original's awesome as well. And this not massively too unlike the original. Just a nice little retweet by Redux Inc. Anyway, I took a picture of it on her phone and I let her have a look at it and take it away with her to find. Raquel Rodriguez, it's number 14 in our top 30 countdown. It's called Night's Over. And that is the Redux Inc. That club mix on Midnight Riot. Beautiful. Lovely little tweak of that, but very similar to the original. 33 minutes past 10 on this Monday before New Year's Eve, the final show of 2019. I hope you're all well and I hope you had a lovely Christmas. If you have just joined us tonight, we're until midnight, getting bigger and better as we go along to the number one tune tonight before midnight. We're going to be calling our number one producer tonight, who's responsible for the number one tune out of over 1,200 records on this show. And I'm going to be giving him the news he doesn't know yet. None of you do. None of you do. Good stuff. That's what we like. Okay, the unlucky number is next, number 13. And number 13's a beaut. It is a beaut.
13.
All right, this is Angelo Ferreri and Rafa Sofia, otherwise known as Moon Rocket. They go under the name Disco Town. Had a few big tunes this year and big remixes this year, both on Moon Rocket Music and Mood Funk Recordings. Well, this is, and of course Nervous Records too. This is Disco Town featuring Law Me. The tune is called Running Out and this is the club mix, and this absolutely raised the roof every time I played this out.
13. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The digital.
You gotta love me back. Well, let me tell you, this loving ain't for free. If you can't please me, don't tease me, sugar. You right here with me.
13.
It is number 13. The least unlucky tune we could have played for you in 13. It's Disco Town featuring Law Me. Tune is called Running Out, and that is absolutely huge. I remember playing that actually at the block party outside Pygmalion for the Pride event, and when that piano starts kicking in midway through that, oh man, it had to have been seen to be believed, but anyone who's heard that out in the club knows exactly what I'm talking about. That is Moon Rocket Music, number 13. And if you're watching on the Facebook Live, we're back now. We got, it's our second time we've been cut. It probably won't be the last. We just keep coming back. Is that okay? If you're listening on the radio, continue as you were. Hopefully you have a nice beverage in your hand. I have a can of Saison, a very Christmassy Irish Christmas for you there. Look at that. Still tastes the same after 46 years. Isn't that brilliant? Okay, on to number 12 right now. The Big G.
12.
And this was his comeback single, if you like, after a hiatus of a couple of years. This is called In the Dark. Swing City Recordings, Grant Nelson at number 12.
These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. 12. The cream of the Digital Groove crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on. 2, 12.
number 12, Grant Nelson's comeback tune on Swing City for this year. I was so happy I got to have a kind of a hangout and party with Grant at the ADE. You actually see some, if you're watching on our Facebook Live, you will, that's what I'll see there, but you'll see some of Grant DJing at the ADE in that video. But that's number 12, Grant Nelson, In the Dark, the original mix. Bringing us dangerously close to the top 10 tonight. And our top 10 is unbelievable. We are not going to go to the top 10 without recapping from 30 to 11, okay? But we got to play you number 11 first. That's coming next. Hopefully you're enjoying the show, my friends. It is the final show of 2019. And as every year, the Digital Groove, the final show of the year, is our top 30 countdown. We've played for you this year on the show over 51 weeks of the Digital Groove. Over 1,200 brand new tunes. And this is the creme de la creme. We're not to Inspector Clouseau of those tunes for you tonight. Right. If you heard me DJ out this year in some of the bigger clubs, and I remember playing this at Club Bellevue in March as well, the place went balubas. In fact, everywhere I played this, the place went balubas. And if you've never heard it, you're going to hear why. This, my friends, is tune number 11. It's from Martin Ikin. The tune is called No No. Bit of Jane Child in here. Repopulate Mars, watch the drop. Gonna recap after this one from 30 to 11. In the meantime, this is No No.
I don't wanna fall in love.
No, 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 no. 11. You have to have heard that tune out and about this year to appreciate how much damage that did. It is Martin Ikin almost entering the top 10, but at number 11. Second tune for him in the top 30, by the way. He was also there at number 20 odd, wasn't he? He was at Nimba. I have it here in front of me. He was at number 23 with How I Feel with Hayley May on toolroom, and there he is at number 11. Martin Ikin, No No, Repopulate Mars was the label.
I'll fight you till the end.
Okay, we are going to head into the top 10. We have to recap for you, however, because I'm aware that we've also gone through a couple of Facebook Lives as we had to go and come back. If you're listening on the radio, you probably do a recap anyway. It's going to bring you from 30 until number 11 right now. So let's do that for you straight away, okay?
The cream of the Digital Groove crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
Right. So this kicked things off for us at number 30. This was slam dunked featuring Chromeo and LP. It was called No Price. Dr. Parker's extended mix at number 30 on Glitterbox. Kicking off the show tonight. Gonna be singing that one all night as well. Sorry.
29.
This massive piano action at number 29 this year was After Faith. What a glorious tune. That is called You're Gonna Miss My Love. The original mix via Tom Peasant's Black Soul Recordings was number 29 out of our top 30. Number 28, our firm favourite over many, many years. He was our producer of the decade on our 10th anniversary show last year. This is Ross Couch at number 28. Tune was called Locked In, Locked On, and we played you the original mix, Body Rhythm Recordings.
Amsterdam, you're locked in, you're locked on. Paris, you're locked in, you're locked on.
27.
Still can't get over this tune this year. What a huge record for me out in the clubs. This is number 27. It was Saison. And it was Qubiko on the extended mix. Leon Lincoln was the vocalist. The tune is called The Last Time, Defected Records. Huge at number 27 for us this year.
26.
What a year this man has had. He's one of the nicest people in the dance music industry. He's probably one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. And he's a massively talented producer as well, and DJ. This is Michael Gray at number 26. It was 24/7 People on Midnight Riot. Club Vocal Mix was the mix we played for you.
$25.
25. What a sing-alongable tune. Michele Chiavarini on the remix for Paul Newman as Newman, of course, featuring Susu. It's called Catch Me on the Rebound. We premiered this tune during 2019 on our show, among many, from Mr. Paul Newman, and we're very grateful for him sending us them our way. Kenmal Road Studios was the label at number 25. Catch Me on the Rebound.
24.
Michael Gray didn't have far to go at number 24. Here he is with John Purr and Full Intention, this time on the remix for Harpoon. The tune is called Midnight. This massive keys in this at number 24. Tinted recordings for you.
This is not a game, it's how I feel, now 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 I feel.
This was number 23. You just heard him. Here he was earlier in hour one. Martin Ikin, Hayley May, How I Feel at number 23. The original mix came out on toolroom recordings. Massive for us this year. Number 23.
22.
Another man has had an amazing year and sent us so many great records, both through his label Simma Black and via his good self. This is him and Lady Alma. That's Low Step I'm talking about. The tune is called Make You Move. It was number 22, the original mix.
21.
It was taking us out of the 20s and taking us over the line into hour 2 tonight. This finished off our 30 to 20 section. Jared Gallo on Salted Music. The infectious groove called That's What We're Doing was number 21.
Number 20.
So much love for this man personally, musically, and I know all of you out there feel exactly the same way. Sebb Jr. was at number 20. Tune was called Feel You Coming. One of many massive records we played from him on the Digital Groove this year. It was number 20 in our top 30 countdown. We played you the original mix on La Vie d'Artiste. Feel You Coming, Sebb Jr., number 20. 19, my dear friend Mr. Neil Schrader. This is Dutch Ikin Soul. Little bit of Madonna in here. Took everyone by surprise, including all my clubbers I played this to during the year. Massive tune at number 19. It's called Time Goes By, the original mix on Groove Culture. Leading nicely into the Groove Culture boys themselves. This is Mickey Moore and Andy T. They had a huge year on this show, and rightly so. The guys are amazing. This is called The Beat Goes On Glitterbox Recordings, the extended mix at number 18 in our top 30 countdown. Redoing the chimes, our dear friend Rug via the awesome Phoenix Music, Andy Reid's label out of Toronto. Terry Oliver, the vocalist. This was at number 17, called Heaven. This man has had so many great vocals from him. This is such a memorable tune, so sing-alongable. And as I told you earlier, it saved my life. Lee Wilson and Kelvin Sylvester, Call My Line, on Brobot Recordings at number 16 in our top 30 this year. Taking us to the halfway mark with this was Crackazat. Tune was called Fly Away on his 3-track EP on Z Recordings of his period works of classic Joey Negro tunes. Crackazat's Fly Away, number 15 in our top 30 this year. Genuine feel-good records. I love this tune. It's just a great song and redone very nicely by Redux Inc. on the club mix on this one. Raquel Rodriguez. Tune was called Nights Over. Midnight Riot, second one from them in our top 30, and this year was our number 14. Beautiful. Seems like we only played this a minute ago. We did actually. It's number 13 this year. This piano line absolutely brought the most amazing vibes every time you drop this tune. It's our unlucky number 13, I don't think. Disco Town and Law Me. Tune is called Running Out. Moon Rocket and Andrea Ferrari. Club mix for you is the mix we played, number 13. Call him Angelo Ferrari, sorry. No more caffeine, please.
12.
Literally 2 tunes ago, bringing us up to number 12. Dear friend of ours and such a talented producer, Grant Nelson, In the Dark, his comeback tune for 2019. And he's going to have an amazing year in 2020. This was the original mix on Swing City at number 12.
11.
And this tore the roof off every single venue I played it in. I owe them a fortune for roofing. Believe me. It was Martin Ikin at number 11, just about to hit the top 10 with No No. And that, my friends, brings us up to the top 10 mark just before.
Crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. Number 10.
We're about to hit number 10, but I want you to hear I suppose, this was a little thing that appeared online, and I'll let it intro the top 10 for us. How's that, okay? You're going to hear how this tune became our number 10 tune out of our top 30 in 2019, all right?
These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. Number 10.
I mentioned this man earlier, it wouldn't be the top 30 without him. Well, kind of wouldn't be the top 10 without him either. This is Ross Couch. What you heard was the little video he put up of him playing this piano line, kind of slowly, just jamming it out, saying, I made this piano line and here it is in the tune, and this is what happened then, what you're hearing now. This was called My Antidote, and they just, with every Ross Couch tune, just let me make sense of my emotions and my life this year. Body Rhythm at number 10, My Antidote, Ross Couch.
Number 10. Number 10. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. Number 10.
such an important tune to me personally this year. That is number 10, Ross Couch. It's called My Antidote. And it was his final tune, believe it or not. Oh, no, it wasn't. He played one more. He did have one more. My apologies. We played that only last week, I think. Good luck. His second last tune for 2019. There you go. My Antidote, Body Rhythm. Our number 10 in our top 10 of the year. If you're just joining us, by the way, very kindly Dan Stritch has given us his hour to bring you our top 10 of 2019 all the way until midnight, so many thanks to him for allowing us to commandeer his airtime. Going to say hello to a few people in a second. We're going to get number 9 in for you. We're ever closer to our number 1 spot tonight, and they're just going to keep getting better and better and better. Going to be calling up our number 1 producer a little bit closer to midnight tonight. That's to look forward to too, as well as the tune. Believe me, it's immense. Okay, this is number 9. This was such a mega hit this year. And actually, I played this a lot this year, but my overriding memory of this was Louis Vega playing this in the W Hotel on the Friday of ADE, and the place went absolutely bananas.
9.
Just huge. It's actually just a great record. It's just a great song, isn't it? It's number 9. It's called The Vision. That's who it's by, and it's Andrea Triana on the vocals. The tune is called Heaven, and it was on Defected. Huge this year, absolutely. Dennis Baker with us. Are you in Miami? I think you might be, my friend. How are you? Lovely to have you along. Hope you had a lovely Christmas, and thanks for joining us tonight. Also, Connor Looney saying this was his number 1 tune of the year. Well, do you know what? It was very nearly our number 1. Actually, a lot of the top 10 were teetering on the edge and nearly being number 1, my friend. So look, you weren't too far off the mark. Yeah, what a huge record. Number 9 this year out of the Digital Groove Top 30. Counted them down since 9 o'clock tonight. Mr. Brendan McCauley, brother Bren, how are you? He says hello, dude, from Turin in Italia. He's there with Tamara, Pierre and Morgan. I hope I didn't mangle that on Morgan. Anyway, good man, hope you're well, and lovely to have you along. Radislav saying Bratislava is not sleeping. You better believe it, my friend. Certainly not for another 50 minutes if you can, okay? Cindy Lawler with us tonight saying loving it. Go on, Niall. Absolutely, Cindy. Happy New Year to you, and thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. My man Dave McGuire with us tonight too. We had a bit of fun this year while we travelled around DJing. That was great. So lovely to have you along. My man JT Donaldson in the house as well, all the way in the US of A. How are you? In for this extended show tonight, our final one of 2019. It's Another tune you're going to be singing all week, I'm afraid. Yeah, huge for me this year. Every time I played it, and I think anytime anyone played this record, just a great, great tune. I'm sure this is going to be a lot of people's top 10s or number 1s, as Conor Looney was saying. The Vision featuring Andrea Triana, Heaven. Before it, number 10, Ross Couch, My Antidote, kicking off the air on Body Rhythm. Right, we've got to take it to number 8. Little story behind this one too. 8. Right, this one holds the special accolade of being a tune I never actually played on the Digital Groove. How in the name of God is it number 8? Well, it's number 8 because it's an amazing record. But I in fact played this on a show I sat in for at the ADE for Steve Watts in the Global House session, and the tune had only been promoed. So of course it was our ADE specials. So basically I would have played this had we had a normal show that week, but it was the ADE special, so it never got on. But it got on Watsy's show. And of course I fell in love with it. I've played it out ever since, so I've played this a lot out live, and the reaction this record gets when you drop this is unbelievable. It's a very, very dear and old friend of mine, Mr. Darren Giles. It's number 8. It's called Love Me Like This.
8. These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist, counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. 8.
Was number 8 this year in our top 30 countdown of over 1,200 records off our playlist. A track that actually never made the show, but it made Steve Watts' show via me, so that's okay. It's Darren Giles, Love Me Like This. Dubplate Disco was the label. Me old friend Gilesy, how great. Okay, about to hit the lucky number 7 spot, and it's a massive piano tune. Brace your good selves for this.
Cream of the Digital Groove crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1.
Another tune that absolutely tore the roof off every venue that I played in this year. The latter part of the year, especially when I got it. This is Detroit Swindle. It's called Music for Clubs. And this is Lorenz Road on the remix. Heist Recordings at number 7.
Seven. 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 These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove.
Lovely to have Sinead Levy with us tonight. She's saying, just home from work. Oh my goodness me. Hopefully you're off tomorrow for New Year's Eve, are you? Anyway, thank you for your faithful listenership throughout 2019. Look forward to 2020 with you. However long that may last for us here on RTE Pulse, we'll keep going. Anyway, this is taking us up to number 7. This is number 7. Detroit Swindle. The tune is called Music for Clubs. And this is Lorenz Road on the remix on this. Heist Recordings. Don't forget, we're here until midnight. We're going to be calling up our number 1 producer just before midnight, before we play our number 1 track. Don't forget. about to get to number 6. You might have to come back into Facebook Live and slap us on the wrist again. God, we're paying for last year as well, aren't we? Our clean sheet last year, we knocked off about 5 times already. Anyway, let's take you up to number 6 with this. This was a huge record for me this year. I played it only the other night, and it works every single time. Wait for the sneaky piano about to caress you in the middle of this. This is Moose T. What a year he's had on the Disco Shizzle Extended Mix for the classic music company Power Dance. The tune is called Power Dance. You won't forget that. In fact, anyone who heard this tune when I played it, and anyone else I'm sure, didn't forget this in a hurry.
6. The cream of the Digital Groove crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. 6.
It is number 6. It's Power Dance by Power Dance. It's Moose T on the Disco Shizzle Extended Mix, classic music company. Oh, that piano. Oh, that piano, Moose. How could you? How could you? Please don't stop. Please don't stop. Hurt me, baby. Here we go. Number 6. Bringing us almost to the top 5 tonight. tell you, my experience of playing this tune this year, even the bitterest anti-house music punter went, that's a tune. Get out me way, I'm getting on the dance floor. And all of us got locked into that lovely piano groove. Power Dance at number 6. Woo! Moose T. Oh, wow. What a year. He's had a great year, my friends. Have a look at our top 100 if you don't believe me, but there he is at number 6. Power Dance, the Moose T mix of it. In fact, the Disco Shizzle extended mix for you. Right. 25 past 11, we're here for the extra hour, counting you down, as we told you, onto number 1 in our top 30 tunes of 2019 out of over 1,200 records. Can you believe that? Watsy with us tonight. Obviously either locked himself in a cupboard or locked his in-laws in a cupboard.
Power dance.
Maybe a trade-off. Maybe the standoff.
To the beat. Power dance. Move your feet. Power dance. Dance power. Power dance. Dance power.
Okay, if you're a regular listener to the, I hope you are, but if you're not, I'll explain it to you. As soon as we reach, splitting hairs, but as soon as we reach the top 5, we're really finally splitting hairs. The top 5 are tunes that so close. Could all have been the number 1, really. They all have that number 1-ishness. But there can only be one number 1, of course. But please pay them the respect. Hopefully you have been doing that with the full top 100. Never mind the top 30, but the full respect to the number 5. This is our dear friends Mickey Moore and Andy T once again. This is their Groove Culture mix for Yogi and Husky's Random Soul. This tune came out in March. It was called Night Talking. And they redid this entirely with a new vocal. Grant Nelson's Styley. And this is on Random Soul Recordings. Random Soul, Night Talking, the Mickey Moore and Andy T Groove Culture mix. Wait for the massive drop in this. We may have to come back in the Facebook Live before we get chopped for the top 5.
5. 5.
Feeling what I find at night. I keep on talking to myself.
Into the last half hour of our extended show, our final show for 2019, into our top 5 with this absolute cracker of a tune. It is Random Soul. It's called Night Talking, redone, remixed and re-engineered entirely with a new vocal by Mickey Moore and Andy T. The Groove Culture Mix did huge things for me this year on Random Soul recordings, and that our number 5 tune. Whoa, got the hair standing up in the back of my neck when I heard that bit of vocal of number 4 coming in. This at number 4 is Sebb Jr. Oh my god. The tune is called Down My Way. What a record. This is the original mix on Divine Sounds, number 4 out of our top 30 tunes this year.
4. Cream of the Digital Groove crop for 2019. 30 tunes, 3 hours. The countdown is on to number 1. The Digital Groove. 4.
Saison. I could have done with half of that can. Anyway, that is number 4. One of my absolute stomping tunes this year. It is Sebb Jr. It's called Down My Way. And I absolutely rinsed that record. If it was vinyl, I would have worn it out. The original mix for you there. Divine Sounds. Okay. We're heading on the final approach. Everyone take your seats, or maybe not. Maybe stand up. Maybe stand up and dance. Well, you know what I mean. We're going to bring you to the top 3 tunes of 2019 from the Digital Groove playlist right now. This is number 3, and these, my friends, are so close. This is a funny one because it's in the top 100 twice. Almost made the top 30 twice, if I'm really honest about it. But we went, and when I heard this immediately this year, I knew it was going to be in the top 3. This is Paul Woolford on the extended mix on this. This is Left Wing and Cody. It's number 3. It's called I Feel It. And you're about to feel it right in your guts. Paul Woolford on the extended mix on Toolroom.
3.
Is one special tune, my friends. It's number 3 on the Digital Groove top 30 tunes out of 100 on our top 100, out of 1,200 on our entire playlist this year. Oh my God. Such a memory playing that tune about 5 in the morning in Alicante at Club Caboo with the boys, and it had only come out in promo. No one had heard it. And everyone just was like, what is this? And I've been saying it ever since. Number 3, Left Wing Cody. The original mix, also brilliant, in our top 100. This, however, the Paul Woolford extended mix, came out about a month later after we played the original on the show. It's called I Feel It, and it's on Toolroom Recordings, our third best tune this year. Can you believe it?
Top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital.
the top three, and I found this over 11 years of doing this here on the Digital Groove. Throughout the year, when you get all these tunes coming through, and you kind of go through about maybe 60, 70 tunes a week to kind of pick the playlist for the show that week. So it's a lot of records to go through. Anyway, what's a lovely feeling is when you come across a tune like this, which was back in late June, yeah. Late June, yeah. Anyway, when you come across a tune like this, immediately you go, that's in the top three. Same with this one. This is number 2. Something so special about this record. I don't know, it just does something to me emotionally. I don't know, maybe you'll understand when you hear it. It just works, this little sneaky vocal with that Alicia Myers hook. And it's just a special tune for me this year. This is Junior Sanchez. It's our second out of everything we've played this year. Number 2, this is called Without Your Love. And this is the extended mix on our Maddest Subject. Number 1 is coming up next. I'm going to get ready because we're going to call our number 1 producer. But I want you to turn this up and enjoy it. Our number 2 tune out of so many records this year that we've got through. This is Junior Sanchez. It's called Without Your Love.
Number 2. Number 2. Number 2.
I can't quite explain it, but that tune from me is just something massively emotional about that record. It's Junior Sanchez. It's called Without Your Love. It's our tune number 2 from our top 30 in 2019's playlist. The label was our Maddest Subject. Now, anyway, that's bringing us... Oh my goodness me, what a record. And it That brings us to the number one spot, my friends. It brings us to the number one spot. I've dialed the number of the person who is our number one. The brief on this is he knows I'm going to call him, but he doesn't know why. He's about to find out. I have the number dialed. I just have to press go or green. And we will be getting, hopefully an answer. Anyway, all will be revealed in a second. But just get ready for this. And by the way, if you love your piano, and I know a lot of you do, the number one is going to tickle you right under the chin. Anyway, that was number two, our second favourite tune of the year. So close to being number one. Junior Sanchez, Without Your Love, the extended mix, Armada subject. Okay. As Too Unlimited said, y'all ready for this?
Hello?
Good evening, Moon Rocket. Is that Moon Rocket?
Yo, guys.
This is Niall Redmond calling you from Dublin. We're live on the radio right now, and I wanted to give you a quick call. How are you? First of all, I'm amazed you actually answered. This is brilliant, because it's a really bad time of the year for people travelling and stuff. How are you? Good to have you on the programme, first of all. How's things? How was your Christmas?
The Christmas was very nice, actually, because I spent with my wonderful family. We went in an Italian restaurant in Miami. And it was really amazing time. You know, when you spend time with people you love, it's always great.
Well, the reason we're ringing you tonight, okay, we're live on the radio. We're doing our top 30 countdown of 2019. And you've had so many records on our show over, both as yourself, as Moonrocket, and your label. And of course, as Disco Town with Angelo Ferreri. You've had so many tracks over the year on our show. But tonight alone, you are actually, now, you're not superstitious. I know you did a remix of Superstition, but you're not superstitious, are you?
Yeah.
You're a little bit, because you were number 13 about just over an hour ago. You were number 13 with Allow Me. So that was your track as number 13 as Disco Town. Okay, so you have been in our top 30 tonight, but I'm ringing to tell you that you're actually the number one record of 2019 on our radio show for the entire year. You've got the number one spot with the amazing with the amazing tune called Fascinated by You. So that is our number one tune for this year. We're about to play it. I said I have to ring you and tell you. So congratulations, first of all. That's why I'm ringing you tonight.
Thank you. I mean, I think it's one of the best records of 2019. I'm not telling you, you know, it looks like everyone is telling me, so I'm very proud of that.
Well, I was trying to remember, because this actually goes back a little bit far. This goes back to, I think we played this on the show at the end of January, so this is nearly a year ago, right?
This track actually was like released on December 2018, and then the official release, it was actually on January, exactly.
This was number one on Traxsource, I think, at the time for a couple of weeks. I think this was up until nearly March. This was number one on Traxsource, and this was just a huge record for so many people this year. But you know, I have to tell you, Rafa, the minute I heard this tune back in January, I knew this is my number one track of the year. All the way back in January, isn't that incredible?
Amazing. Yeah. At the beginning, I really didn't expect that. You know, I felt that there was a magic on it, but then I was very happy of the result, of course. You know, I'm thinking to put a vocal on it, maybe, and release again with a nice vocal, but just a thought. You know, you never know how it's going to finish, but that could be amazing. Yeah,
that could be for 2020. Okay.
Yeah, this is a surprise, yeah.
Well, look, I mean, every time I played this track this year, the place went crazy. Every time this track came on, that I played out in the club on the big sound system, this track had just that sprinkling of magic in there that made people go absolutely nuts when they heard this tune. So congratulations. What a great job you did on this. Really good. So well done.
And I tell you something more. I was like probably asking for 5 mastering of the track.
Oh, really?
I never like it. It's great. Yeah, I don't know why, you know. And then at the end, I picked the first one. The first he did it. The guy did an amazing job. That is Zoran from MK Mastering. He really did an amazing job, because I think he brought out the heart of this song. It's not about the sound, you know. It's about to find the heart of the song. You need to bring it out, you know. So he was able to catch the vibe, the heart of the song.
He did, to be fair, but you played everything on this. You did the bass, you did the keys, you did everything on this record, isn't that right? This is all you, bar the mastering, but you did everything else.
I just play everything, I started playing piano and then I play organ, of course keyboards, but then when you play keyboards, I don't know, I play bass and guitar and yes, usually I play everything. Yeah.
So proper full original Moon Rocket production on this. Well look, before we let you finally go, because we want to play this number one tune of the year, it's our big grand finale for 2019 to play your tune tonight. Great 2019 for you, I hope. You had so many tracks that in fact, to tell you now, you had 4 tracks in our top 100. One of them is Disco Town and 3 is Moon Rocket. But you had tracks on labels like Mood Funk, of course, with Angelo. You had Sulfuric Records, you had a release, you had Cut Rec, you had Nervous Records. So how was 2019 for you? Were you happy with 2019?
Yeah, of course. I'm very proud of that. Yeah, I'm happy. I think it's one of my best results till now, So, and many tracks. I really worked really hard. Yes, and arrived 2019 very tired, I tell you. Because,
I'd say so. I'd say so.
Because, if you want to do good tracks, they don't come for free, They don't come for free. Nothing is for free. So, but I'm very proud, and I tell you something more. I have one on defected that is gonna be out next year.
Yes, I like that. A scoop for our final show. Good man.
One of the best I did it. I think it should be a big one for what I saw. But I'm not telling this, but yeah.
We'll watch for that in 2020. So that's big news. Defected 2020 Moon Rocket. Great news.
I will try 2020. I will try to make less releases but bigger. Let's see. This is my target right now. I want to try to do a step up on the quality and maybe adding vocals and make something,
Perfect. Well, we look forward to that, my friend. We look forward to that in 2020. Congratulations again on being the number one record on the Digital Groove playlist. That's, by the way, Rafa, that's out of over 1,200 tracks that we've played this year. You're the number one out of all those records, okay?
Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking the call. I know it's a busy time of year. It's about to hit New Year's Eve. And, I appreciate you taking the call. Thank you so much. And look, we look forward to talking to you and indeed seeing you play, I'm sure, in 2020. Have a lovely New Year's Eve, whatever you do, and we wish you all the best for 2020, my friend, okay?
All right, thank you so much. You too, man. Thank you so much.
These are the top 30 tracks from the 2019's playlist. Counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. Number 1. This is the number one track from the Digital Groove playlist 2019.
It sure is. Get ready for this. This, my friends, is why this is number one. Moon Rocket, Fascinated by You. Big thanks to the man himself for taking a call tonight. Congratulations, mate. There's just nothing like this record. Every time I play this tune out, and every time I'll continue to play this tune out, it's going to have the same reaction. Wait for this piano to bring you to the grand finale of our final show of 2019. I will talk to you before we go in 4.5 minutes' time. In the meantime, our number one record out of over 1,200 tunes, Moon Rocket, Fascinated by You.
Number 1. counted down from 30 to 1. The Digital Groove. Number 1. This is the number 1 track from the Digital Groove Playlist 2019. I'm actually out of breath. It's our number 1 tune of 2019 out of everything we've played on this show. And it's a hell of a lot of records, I can tell you. That is Moon Rocket. The tune is called Fascinated by You. It's 115 BPM. We have left it unmolested to play for you tonight in its original format, and that is a classy record with an immense amount of magic going on in it. Big thanks to Moonrock for taking a call today. I think he was actually driving when that was going on. And big thanks to him for making his tune. Look forward to everything in 2020 from him. Our number 1 tune of 2019, Moonrocket, Fascinated by You. Thank you so much for listening tonight, for watching tonight, but more importantly, thank you all for everything during 2019, for all the times you listened, dipped in and out, all the support, particularly when we were told that the show may be no more very, very soon. I do appreciate each and every one of you listening and taking time. I love you all, and I love all of you whose music we've played over the years. Doesn't matter if you're in the top 100 or the top 1,200. We love you all. See you in 2020. Have a good New Year's Eve, and we're going to keep doing this show as long as we can. Thanks again for listening. Well done, Moonrocket. Good night to you. God bless. Thanks for listening.
This is RTE Pulse.